Okay, well, this picture, you got a brother, but I don't know what the event is. It looks like maybe somebody's holding a cake.
We took a picture on our birthday almost every time. Oh, half of the pictures you see, there's a cake involved.
That's Jean and Lou and me. Lou's in the middle. So it must have been her birthday.
She's holding the cake.
Uh-huh.
Robert wasn't born then, probably?
Yeah. He was, well.
Yeah, he would, because we're just about.
Most of the pictures at our birthday, you see a little corner end table.
Mm-hmm.
That picture, that little table is in so many pictures.
It had a cake on it.
Mm-hmm. It was, you put it up against a table like this, it was flat on here and then rounded on this side. And that little end table was, when I look through, I see that picture of that little end table somewhere.
Well, if you look at that picture, Uncle Gene's wearing glasses.
Yeah.
So what's the story on, he was born with bad eyes, but he also hit his head, isn't that it?
Well,
what follows is Neva's version of why Gene was born with eye trouble, hotly contested by Sue and Lou, but it's Neva's story, so I'm letting it play out here.
you see, when I was pregnant, I didn't know I was pregnant. And Viola, she worked in, she lived at our house. And she kept, and then she finally got a place in town, there in Nevada. And she kept her car out in my garage. And she came out, it was cold weather, and she came out, and when she backed out, she missed the bridge and went down into the ditch. And Elmer he was driving a cab at night, and I said, let's call Elmer, and he can come out and pull us out. And she said no. So I pushed on that car and tipped my womb, and I didn't know I was pregnant. Well, when Gene was born, he had infection in his eyes, and Doc Love told me what to do, and I did it just exactly like he did, but they didn't get any better. So I finally took him to an eye specialist, and he said, it's too bad. His eyes had been sore long enough that there are scars, and he had scars over the pupils of his eyes.
Well, also, Mother didn't know she was pregnant. The doctor gave her some medicine for female problems, and I don't know what it was, but it isn't. You shouldn't have taken it when you were pregnant.
Well, and also, Gene had whooping cough.
He had whooping cough when he was
And that's
very
what
young.
caused his eyes to cross.
The doctor said he either had whooping cough or he had a bad fall. That's what caused his eyes to be bad. But he'd had both. Because I dumped him out on the porch into a coma one time. Sue dumped him out of his high chair one time into a coma. So we pretty well covered the whole thing. He had whooping cough, and Grandpa Red was in service, and Jean, she had to hold him almost all the time, because when he would go into the whooping cough thing, he would strangle, and she'd have to put her fingers down his throat, and there was so much strain, and he was premature. He was born premature, so he just, his eyes had that much strain where it actually caused the muscles to not be set.
Well, he had eye surgery, and we straightened one of them, and the doctor wanted to do the other one, but he just cried and cried, and we didn't, and I don't know why. I didn't listen to him. I should have got it. Afterwards, he said, I don't know, Mom, why you didn't go ahead and have that eye fixed too. But
when he had eye surgery, we went to Pittsburgh to this surgeon, and they did eye surgery, and he was a little bitty guy. How old was he? Was he 5?
Probably 5.
5.
Before he went to school.
Before he went to school. And he was really good, and they had his eyes bandaged, and so then when he came back, they went back down to Pittsburgh to get the bandages taken off. And they said, okay, open your eyes, and he goes, no. And they said, open your eyes, and he wouldn't do it. And they said, open your eyes. So finally he goes, I can see. He thought they were going to take his eyes out. I think he had heard the doctor say they'll remove one. They actually lengthened one muscle and shortened the other one. So he probably said, which they probably did take the eyes out. They actually can take your eyeball out and work on it. But he misunderstood, and I thought he was so good.
see, we were at Laverne's,
Right.
And Dolores, his little cousin, was younger than he is, and she led him around all in the house, and then.
So he thought he was going to go have eye surgery and be blind. And yet he was that good, you know. He didn't pull the bandages off or anything. And Grandma Neva was just, you know, we were all felt terrible, but here this little kid thought he was going to be blind, and he was that good when really, you know.
And he took his glasses off and laid them out in the yard, and the cow stepped on them. And we had to hunt and hunt and hunt. And so I said, where were you played last? And so we went out there and looked, and the cow had stepped on them, so we had to go and have them straightened.
And that was one time, he got a spanking for taking his glasses off. And Grandma Neva and Grandpa Red, that was one of their few fights that they had over that. She said no. His kid is what, he was 3 years old or something then. He was very young when he started wearing glasses. And of course it was so traumatic because, you know, to buy a pair of glasses, we didn't really have the money. So when you got them broken, it was a major thing. But